Hi, this is Matt from Fanjetsusa. Today I'd like to talk about the high-end technology F-15 Eagle that you see before you. This is the bicentennial version. There's also a gray military version that's available as well. Bicentennial came out in 1976 in honor of our country's 200th anniversary, which is why you see it in a color scheme that you would see on the F-16 Thunderbirds, but they did do one of these on the F-15 actually, so this is a scale representation of that bicentennial jet. The high-end technology F-15 features a fiberglass fuselage along with fiberglass twin fins. The wings are foam core with balsa sheeting covered in aura cover with monocoat material, and the stabilizers are full flying stabilizers. They act actually as elevons, aileron and elevator control functions. They are solid wood covered in the aura cover. The F-15 can take retract units with some modification to the fuselage to put in formers for the landing gear. The jet that you see here we actually have set up to be launched off of our Jet-A-Pult launching system. It is the regular Jet-A-Pult that we sell for $69.99 that we are using on this jet, and I have a tow hook on the bottom for launching of the jet. This is a twin fan 70mm EDF class jet, so it's got two fan units, two motors, two speed controls, and then it's also driven by two battery packs which actually go up into the cockpit of the jet itself, and that would be roughly right up in there underneath the pilot. Motor-wise, the F-15 can take various motor combinations. You could put two Schubler fan units in here, or Wematech fans, or the high-end technology fans. Motor-wise, like I had mentioned, it'll take various combinations and setups, anywhere from a 2W high-end technology to a 2W20, 2W25, all the way up to a 3W or even a 4W motor, which gives you a lot of flexibility in allowing you to choose different battery combinations to fly this jet. My jet here that I've got set up for my demo flights and everything, I'm going to have two 4-cell 3300 milliamp battery packs sitting up in the front, so it's got plenty of room to take 3-cell packs or even 4-cell packs to put up in there. And that's going to even leave you some room for a retract nose gear unit, up in the front of the nose. Your retract gear will go in the back on the sides of the fan units, and there will be still room for those as well. Nice thing with this jet is it only takes two servos, one servo in the back on each side to operate one of the two elevons, so it's keeping your cost of servos down to a minimum. With that, however, you would need a radio that does have computer mixing that can do either like a Tailoron configuration, or also known as a delta wing configuration, will do the same thing to integrate in your aileron function into the elevons as well as your elevator function. And I've flown this quite a few times along with my F-16 from high-end technology that uses the same features, and really haven't seen any flight difference between that and more of a traditional jet that has its dedicated elevator and dedicated ailerons. The reason why this jet doesn't have ailerons in the wings is because the wing chord is pretty thin, like a typical jet, and therefore it would be problematic to have the strength consistency be kept in the construction of the wings, so it's easier and safer to keep it as a Tailoron function with the jet itself. As I mentioned, this does have a tow hook on it, which I will flip over here and allow you to see the bottom of for the placement of it. You can see there it's even with the front air intakes on the jet, which is per the specifications that high-end is set, and we have noticed that is a pretty good position for the launching of the jet. It pulls the jet off the Jet-A-Pult quite nicely at the angle and at that position. The scale lines of the F-15 are pretty representative of the real flying aircraft, which is a nice detail that high-end technology maintains, is its attention to detail and scale. Turn this around, and what you'll see here on the back is the two servo locations, to where the servos are located right back in here with push rods that come out to operate the ailerons. Everything is very tight, so you're not going to have any instances or issues with flutter. What you see right here is a hatch, which allows you easy access to the two fan units that sit right back in here. We do have the fan units, or excuse me, the ESCs that are sitting right behind the fan units and the motors right back in here in the thrust tube. We always recommend that you put the ESC in the thrust tube, just because that's going to allow optimum airflow over the speed controls, which is going to keep them cooler. Anytime you can keep your electronics cooler, it's going to allow you to have better performance. You're not going to have drop-off issues, not to mention you run less of a chance of your electronics burning out, which obviously is going to be a bad situation in the middle of a flight. With this being a twin jet, you do have your air intakes, which are dedicated propulsion systems, as you can see here. If I can get the angle right, there you can see right down, one of the nacelles here. It's a straight shot into the fan unit, which obviously this is a high-end technology fan with the 4 rotor blades, and then it goes straight out, shot out the back end, and you can see how it's extremely smooth even on the inside of the nacelles here. And high-end has made sure that the construction quality is high on this as well, to keep your airflow at an optimum, where it's just very efficient, straight flow-through design. And even the gel coating on the inside, you can see there, it's got a high gloss to it. So this is a very well constructed fiberglass jet. I'll turn this around here to where you can see the exhaust area. Here you can see the one fan unit. You got your rotors, and then your motor sitting right back there, and then zip tied together is the ESC, so it actually holds it right streamlined in position right behind the fan, so it's not going to disrupt much of your airflow, which is going to be important, to where it's going to get you, your optimum speed, but yet keep all your electronic components cooled as well. And you can look here, and there's the other one, and it's got a very nice streamlined profile, just like the real F-15. Once again, this is the high-end technology F-15. This is the bicentennial version. There is a gray military version that's available as well. One last thing I will point out is the hatch on the F-15. You can see here, we put this little hatch latch in that we offer from high-end technology as well. Canopy pops right off, and then right in there you can see your battery tray, which accommodates 2 batteries sitting side by side very easily. A couple Velcro strips to hold them in place. And I've got my Spectrum receiver right up here in the nose, and there's tons of space up in there for other components if you need to put in, like I said, a pair of nose gear retracts or something else if you would wish to do so. RC Lander Pilot, that's right there in the canopy too, has a little bit of a nice realistic detail with it, and that's the high-end technology F-15 Eagle. If you have any questions about the F-15 or want to see more information about it, you can go to our website. It's www.fanjetsusa.com. You can purchase the jet online there, or you can also call us and place the order by phone. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Our phone number is 877-538-3268, or you can shoot us an email at fanjetsusa@yahoo.com. Thank you for your time and interest in our products, and look forward to serving you in the future. Have a good day.